Yo, 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 happy Thursday, guys. So it's crazy to see how fast things could actually shift, right? We've been in a very, very bad bearish scenario over the last couple of weeks, but it just shows that once a little bit of good news comes, you could see how the market does bounce. Now, again, we're still waiting for high time frame reversals, right? Yesterday's nice little, 4-hour pump was great, but what we really want to see this week is Bitcoin break that big trend. That's what we want to see. From there, it really sets us up for a couple of weeks of upside again. And again, if this is all the bears could do on Bitcoin itself, okay, and if you compare it to what the bulls did in that time, if this is a strong higher low, there's nothing stopping us from another major leg to the upside. So now we have a little bit of good news on a bit of a pause. So that did ignite the market a little bit. And again, what that does is just give us a little bit of insight of what's strong. Guys, this fart coin, if this thing gets cheaper, I think if you're looking for a damn play, a blue chip play for memes, if you still believe in them, this thing's got more volume than anything. This thing, if it gets cheap again, like this thing is just like something's going on here. Something's going on. It's and if you look at the chart, I actually speak about it in the show as well. But it's crazy. But again, you get to look at this over here and you get to see the strength that happens when the market starts to wake up. Okay. Now we got to understand that hey, job's not done just yet. We've got a couple percent to go to the upside to break the real trends. Then it is game on. So today's show is super important to make sure that you are ready for that because we've got CPI. CPI is another event that can just give us that little bit extra that we need to smash the major trends. But secondly, what it can also do is create one more little trap. Now, guys, we are getting near low. Bitcoin around that 74, the low might be close to being in, right? We might actually not go a little bit lower, and you must be prepared for that because if you're prepared for that and we break the trends, markets are going to rocket. And again, your next areas from resistance now are sitting 30 to 40% above on altcoins. You won't see much pullbacks. You will see a strong shift. So let's go through CPI. Once this comes out, there's two scenarios. There is the trap, and then we go, and there is the absolute rocket out of nowhere, especially if we start dumping into it. So I want to prepare you for that, and I want to prepare you guys for the next altcoins that shift. Then, guys, very important. We are not far away from trading our butts off again. We are not far away from focusing on making money again. We are not far away from making it all happen again. Okay, so stay in tune, stay strong through these points. You don't have to rush. We got the big trends to show you here, but make sure that you are ready because when this market turns and it's getting ready to, we could see that one little bit of news, boom, there's life. You'll be shocked how fast the market will recover. So get your heads in the dab game. It is Thursday. Happy Thursday to you all. No more wasting time. Let's go. Where's my intro video? There's my intro video.
I try and help everyone in my space, and this is what I get. I try and fight the devils, but inside I'm just like sniper. Welcome to Shallow Show.
That's a fam. Smash the like button. You here? You're strong. You still believe in a bull market, right? You still believe. Okay, so let's get going. So first thing here, I just want to pop the bubbles here. Just pay attention. Sonic is looking good. I'll go. Right? So as investors, I want to remind you again, go to the damn weekly chart, okay, and you will see a lot of incredible entries. Look at Algo. Look at where it's at, right? Same Ferrari. This thing goes crazy when the markets are bullish. If you're a believer the markets are going to still go bullish, okay, great entries on ETH, okay, and look at the volume. We still have 3 days to go. We're only halfway through the week, right? Just past halfway, and the volume bar is big compared to the last 3 weeks. These dumps over here, there's buying happening here. There's volume coming in. And I expect this bar here to be up here. And if we're up there, okay, you're looking at the bottoms, right? Look at when we really had big bottoms, when we really started rallying up here and in these big areas. Look at when we had volume on ETH. These volume spikes were bottoms. They were not when we were up there. When we're up there, there's no volume. Right? Why? Because all the big buying happened over here. So again, you want to be a part of the 20% club that makes all the money, right? Volume, pay attention. This is real. There's actually really buying that is happening here and real buying power that's happening here. And again, from here, this could easily be a reversal back to 3K. Big trades. Big trades. Go here to Solana. You can see that volume bar. We're only halfway. We're going to overtake. And what's nice about that too is there's a breakout coming with volume. So guys, I don't think we're too far from the reversal. Okay, I was looking here on the couple weekly candles, looking pretty good. Right, looking pretty good over here. Maddie, is this what they marked up for us for CPI? CPI has always
Yeah,
been
there's a previous dates.
a nice game changer. Yeah, as you can see, multiple times CPI has actually pumped us, right? So we'll have a look at that now. But again, guys, I want to remind you, high time frame. You're running out of investments. Do what you can, build what you can, switch to quality. Make sure you got a great bag, okay? So when we recover, you'll see. You'll see how fast we recover. Okay, so let's jump into today's action. Today's action, we have CPI, right? We have a lower expectation today of 2.5%. I think if we hit 2.5%, I think it's going to be good. I think after yesterday's news, I think the market is looking, they're hungry for some upside. I saw how the stock markets, and I want to go here quickly for a second and show you guys stock markets. Stock markets rarely had a strong rip. But remember what I told you guys. I told you that a real bounce is coming. Okay, but when the real bounce comes, there's a trap that happens, right? So here, this bounce, there's a trap. Okay, and this is the one we pay attention to. We just got to pay attention to how deep that trap will be. But this is a strong bounce. That's a very strong bounce within the stocks, right? So it just shows again that today, if we have a little bit of okay news, which is hitting the expectations, right? Bullish. Below, rockets, right? Anything above, short-term trap, but I don't think it changes the overall trend. Okay, but short-term trap. It will play the short-term V-shape that we speak about. So let's jump in here and let's get straight into Bitcoin. And let's speak about where we're at right now, yesterday's pump. Okay, there we go. So we did break 4-hour trends, which is good. Okay, so that's that little V-shape that I was talking about. Now, again, what we actually want to see here is the higher V-shape. We want to see the higher full V-shape recovery happen. But it starts off with the smaller one, and that's this one over here. This is strong. Now, the problem is this got a lot of people to FOMO in yesterday, so the trap makes sense. So what I see happening, either before CPI or CPI will cause it, okay, Bitcoin to drop into the zone of 70, around the 78 to the 80,000, and then we pop off. Then the next big resistance on Bitcoin is at 86, and once we're through 86, we can start thinking 100,000s again. Okay, so for now, you're paying attention to here. I am going to 100% open up some trades over here. Okay, definitely going to open up some shorter term trades in these areas over here. So that is the first place. Second scenario is from here, we actually pump up more, but then I think we're going to pause either here at 88 or pause here, and we'll make a flag, and then we will go. So if we don't get this box here, this is the opportunity over here. Nonetheless, we're looking strong. We're looking good, and we're looking, hey, we can finally start making our way up. Again, we are 3 steps away from 100K again on Bitcoin. Okay, 3 steps away. We're here. We break through, we push, we break through, and we are back at 100. That's it, right? And we've done it many times before. Just want to show you how fast things can change very, very, very quickly. They were also very depressing before that happened, okay? So, important. Altcoins. There's altcoins there. We broke the trend. So, again, this got people to FOMO in. So, 2 plays here. First one is we drop off into this zone, and then we go. That's the entries, right? And I'll show you all the altcoins look the same. That's the entries. You can start and put some stop losses in this area over here, okay? And as it starts breaking up and breaks the high, you can move your stop losses to entries. Got it. Okay, fantastic. Next thing is Bitcoin dominance. I think on the pump, we're going to see altcoins. CPI has helped altcoins many times before. Okay, so we're getting a secondary push up here in a pullback. And I think when this starts to drop off, you're going to see a nice altcoin rally, a nice altcoin bounce. Okay, so let's go through the altcoins. There's ETH. My ETH zones here at that 1,550. Okay, that's my first zone. Put these big trend lines in. That's the one you do not want to miss. Do not want to miss. You don't want to miss that. Fat trend line, beautiful trend line. The one that sets us up for a rally to $2,800 to $3,000, right? Big trades that are available here, and you can make your money back just as quick as you lost it, right? Even more. That's how the game works. Okay, it's about who survived. Super important. Go to things like Solana. You could see these trends we broke yesterday. So if we have this pullback, not much further, but about another 3-4% pullback, and then we get going. Okay, here is the plan. Again, secondary plan is allow it to pump, come back and test the big trends, and then we in. Okay, so it's all about timing now. Super important. There's your chain link. Sui is looking strong. There's Sui. Into these zones here. Then we get going. Second scenario, we break through here. We come down. Then we go. Okay, so both are resulting strong. Look at XRP. So put these top trend lines in. Get ready for them. Guys, you are going to see a more pumped up Sheldon than ever when these trends break. And we're going to trade all the damn time. Right now, I'm just sitting in my hands. I'm like, let's make sure. But trust me, me in a bull market, me in a bull trend, We are going to get back things so much faster than any loss, anything like that. Let's go, right? I'm pumped. I'm very pumped. Energy is hot, and the accounts are loaded with the pennies that I found in the couches. Okay, the bit of money that I found. Okay, there is Cardano. We're not far, guys. So you can see everything is printing very, very, very similar. Okay, so again, what do you want to see? You want to see another 3.4% pullback, and that is entries over there that I'm looking for. If you want to know that zone, take your bottom trend lines, put it in, and when we get near the bottom trend line is your entry. Put your stop loss at the bottom over there. Okay, guys, remember, you also have Bank here, one of the exchanges. There's only 5 days left of a very big promotion you can only get with my link. Okay, you have 0% maker fees. Okay, you can earn up to 20% and 100% cash back. Guys, look at this. If you KYC, you get $30. Great, some free cash, right? You can pay for lunch, or you can trade for lunch. That's great. The next thing is, if you do anything above they got a 50% rebate system, right? So anything that is smaller, is it smaller than 3K, you can drive to a 50% rebate, which is great. And then anything above the 20K, you can get up to 20K or 20% rebate of anything above 3K, right? So if you go up to 50,000 deposit, you get up to $10,000 in a bonus, right? Which is good. Plus you get cash backs over here too. Get your accounts loaded, get the free money that you can. Here is the link right below in the description. Shout out to Bank, lots of love. They're giving more than anyone right now. Them at BTCC, these two are like putting their all in right now in a bear market where the markets are going down, right? Then you got to have respect for who's really out there and who's really trying to do good things. Okay, so shout out to Bank if you want to open accounts. And again, if you open up with this link over here, you can sign straight up to my sniper school over here, and it will not cost you anything. Okay, let's jump back here. CPI, remember, guys, back to CPI, 2.5, bullish, but it will still give us that little trap that I speak about into our zones, and then we get going. Okay, second scenario is we start dipping off. Anything below 2.5, markets rocket. Wait for the trend to break. We get the retest and we get going. Okay, that's it for me. Oh, Fartcoin. I promised Fartcoin. Okay. Promise Fartcoin. Fartcoin. I know it sounds funny, but they're doing this to rip off the banking system. That's what's happening with Fartcoin here. That's got a lot of power. Look at this thing. Power. This thing rips quickly. I was looking, it had over $1 billion in volume on Bybit alone. So guys, if this thing drops into here, I'll do a spot trade. I wouldn't risk too much leverage. And again, high risk, a very small percent of the portfolio. This thing drops anyway here to the mid 60s. I see a very strong push to $2 at some point. This looks like it's going to be one of the leaders in the space. And you know what? You know me about memes. I'm not a massive fan, but they will be here. But when the markets move up, people are going to chase these things. And this might be the leader. So just a nice little idea over here with Fartcoin. Okay, guys, lots of love to you all. I'll see you all tomorrow. Right now, be patient. If it's in your zone, you're ready for it. We break the trend. We wait for the retest, and we go. When we get through this phase, I'm excited. I'm going to be doing more streams than ever. Okay, and we're going to rock it. And I've also got exciting news. Today I finished sniper school, so that's a good thing as well. Lots of love to you all. See you guys tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.